the corner, and Clayster closing it out.
It shouldn't have been that time somehow with how they played this game. He wasn't hitting the sniper shots he was hitting so far. I think they not only would have won this game already, but it would have been like 6-1.
All right, well, here we go, Jack. This might be the closeout round for FaZe on offense.
And they have Vision Pulse. Oh, gosh.
Let's get, you almost have Psychosis up. You do a Vision Pulse. Yeah, let's stick with Clayster because you might see that used here. Probably more of a post-plant thing if they can get control early. I believe it's Zuma has an HC out, so he's looking for information. There is one you saw with Water, of course. You switch off of Clay, then he picks up the kill. But we're going hunting, starting to push. Is this player tagged up? Because the HC might be able to finish him if he took a couple shots. Chasing him. You'll find him eventually. Buddy, I swear, now there's nope. He decides, drive straight. There it is, finally. The HC gets the kill.
Now, give it up for FaZe as they go up 2-0 in their first match of the MLG Anaheim Open. And here's Clayster closing it on out. Clay ends that game 10-6. He was quiet at the start, fell off a couple times, but I think through the last 3 rounds goes an overall 6-1. Great end from him in that game, too.
Well, we talked about that right before the game started. Like, Clay has had some monster performances in Search lately. He's just been very consistently dropping double digits. Not shocked to see him do it again.
And what did I say? Once Study's sniper presence was gone, once they stopped getting those first bloods on the side of LG, it all fell apart, and it was because of FaZe's defense on that map. Absolutely loved how they played it. They quad stacked sites, and even when Luminosity took A on their own, FaZe retook it back over with the 4 of them. Solid stuff.
They did, yeah. You saw them playing very aggressive towards that B side. It was working out from a lot of first bloods there as you're trying to come across bridge, trying to get set up. Study couldn't really get comfortable with the sniper after those first couple of rounds, right? Not on offense, at least. It was very, very difficult for him. But how do you feel about this series now with FaZe having the 2-0 edge?
I think we see a 3-0 again here on the main stage, to be quite honest with you.
Feeling the 3-0?
Yeah, I'm feeling the 3-0.
That is definitely how it's looking, but to break this one down, I know you heard a lot of action from us, but guys, what do you think about the overdrive on overdrive?
I mean, before we even get to that, we have to give Study some love with the sniping. You guys kind of said Study with a sniper rifle, how dominant he is, but he needs a little bit more support. Saint starting off, he goes 1-7 to start that off before he finally picks up some kills. I mean, replays, talk to me.
I mean, those 2 kills that he got, they're important, but they didn't clutch the round, so realistically, it's, So, I mean, you're going to need more out of him. We talked about him. He is the key player matchup. If Luminosity wants to make this comeback and make something happen in the series, they're going to need more out of Saints, because if he does not step it up right here, the Zuma and the Tatch are going to keep taking control of the series.
Yeah, and just FaZe is playing so well together. They're making so many smart team decisions. Like, their trading is just constant. They're never, like, even in the 1v3, the 2 of them died, but they still won the round. And you can tell, if you just watch that mini-map, like, they decided in that 3v2, all right, let's just wrap this whole map. I mean, I think Study was in an HC, so they knew they were gaining on them. So they're just playing so well together right now.
Completely agree with you. They're doing such a good job on that S&D of spreading out, working the map, trying to work that pick. I think it was a 2v3 situation. They ended up getting into bunker, getting those 2 kills, getting those numbers back into their favor, and then multiple rounds as well. There's a 2-2 split on their A retake. They were like, no, let's all group up and take from their side of their spawn. Went got the first gunfight on the bomb site, and then all just took over there. There's too many people to shoot at.
That FaZe play to stay alive. I looked at you, I was like, how is he still alive? And then immediately the support came in, and that just kind of benefited that 4 flood.
And that's why you do the 4 flood right there, because even if that FaZe player, I think it was probably Zuma with no, it wasn't Zuma with camo, someone with camo. I don't know who it was. Even if that guy goes down, you got 3 people there to trade the kill, and then Study's left in a 1v3 on top of the tree with the sniper. What is he going to do? Unless he gets a collateral or something crazy, it's not happening. And that's why you saw what a lot of FaZe did, what you just said, is they had so much teamwork. They were traveling the map together. When the Study was in that HC, he gets out of that HC, he's in the water, and he's floating in the water, and he looks behind him, and 3 FaZe members are popping out.
Hello?
Hello? Surprise, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. If you play search and destroy like that when you have numbers, you can't lose unless the other team makes a good play and gets the 2-piece, and that's what FaZe was doing so well on capitalizing with.
And this is what you want to see from FaZe, because we've talked, like, early on in tournaments, they don't show up. Like, they drop early games, and so far they're playing perfect Call of Duty right now. There's just so much teamwork. You can tell the communication is on.
Yeah, pretty wacky game there too with the some of those overdrives. Are really
that 1v1 overdrive.
Yeah, usually you see that traditional mid push or some sort of execute to get it for early first blood, but they used them in clutch situations instead of just sort of running around in circles. It was funny.
Spacey pop overdrive when he ran to check the ball, but it was like,
in my opinion, that was a waste.
That was a little interesting. And then obviously that 1v1 with overdrive, which was ultimately he managed to win. So